Welcome to the first ever Arknights news, Arknights show. I have no idea what to call this because I'm bad at naming things. This program is all about everything Arknights, from the breaking news to some entertainment stories, maybe it'll feature some mini games and even some content creators or artists in the process. Anyways, whatever that it is, if you have a good idea for what this show should be called, let me know down in the comments below. And of course, we have the biggest breaking news of today, that is the limited banners. Not one, but two. I just realized I need to move because I'm not familiar with the production setup. Yes, that's right, there are two limited banners that's going to happen back to back, and this might come off as a surprise for people, but it's not unexpected because this has happened in Arknights before. Back 2 years ago, we do have a period of time where we had the Dust banner running first, and then afterwards it was the Rainbow Six Siege banner that happened later on. And now this time again, we are going to have another situation like that, where you have the Chongyue banner first, followed by the Yato Altar that comes in the Monster Hunter collab. We asked one of our fellow Indonesian friends as to how he's feeling towards hearing this news. Hi, how do you feel about two limited banners being back to back? Give me mic. Paman, saya tidak punya uang lagi. Saya makan mie instant setiap hari saja tidak cukup. Sekarang saya tidak punya urandum. Tolong beritahu saya caranya. They got free pools though. Yes, that's right, there are free pools during both of these limited events, and just like all the previous limited events, this isn't unexpected. Depending on the amount of savings that you have, that will determine how reliant you can be on these free pools. If let's say you're completely dry right now because you pulled for the recent joint operation banner, maybe you pulled for some of the other standard banners, and now you're completely on zero on random, like our Indonesian friend, then I would suggest that you hold on to all these free pools and all the randoms you get in the Annihilations in order to hold for the Monster Hunter banner. The Monster Hunter banner will feature both Yato Altar along with a Norcon Altar as well. And these two operators are those that were not very certain if they will ever return into Arknights. The pity system over there is much smaller than the usual limited banners, whereby our usual Arknights limited banners will require you to pull to 300 if you still cannot get the operator on the banner. Whereas for the Yato Altar one, you can get the first copy of Yato Altar within 120 pulls. If you have gotten the Yato Altar in maybe 10 pulls, 60 pulls, the guarantee is basically off already. But if you somehow still cannot get her all the way to the 119th pull, the 120th will guarantee you a Yato Altar. So that's something to note when it comes to preparing for this banner. And then if we talk about the banner that will come before that, the Chongyue banner. The Chongyue banner will feature both Chongyue and Lin, and we will find out more details about them soon to come in the JP EN live streams that will happen over this weekend. So mark your calendars because on the Saturday there's going to be a JP live stream. Here are all the timings that are fitting your country if you want to watch that. And then afterwards I'm going to be showing the EN schedule. So if you want to watch the EN live stream instead, here are all the different timings that you need to note down. The JP and EN live streams aren't the only two live streams that are happening, but there is also a CN live stream that will occur in the same weekend, which is going to be huge because it not just features the next updates for the CN server, but this also determines the future for Arknights, whether it's the updates that will soon to come in the EN server, or if not, determine some of the biggest game-changing things that we get to look forward to. So if you'd like to join Cookie Kaze, the man himself right here, to do a mega watch-along over on his Twitch channel, then please look at all of these timings, note down your own country, and I will see you guys over on my Twitch stream on the Sunday night. Will we be seeing a brand new auto operator or an entirely new limited? I do not know, I just hope that the auto operator is either a welfare or not the limited operator on the banner so that it's even more hype for me. Whichever that is, we'll find out all this information over during this weekend. And actually, there is something they can do before all of these festivities. That is a pre-event activity, a website activity that you can do right now in order to help the entire global server to achieve the maximum rewards. So head down to the link in the pinned comment. This is one of the official YoStar activities that is being created, whereby you have to get 9 puzzle pieces. This is a community activity, so it's okay if a few people don't do it, but hopefully most of you are doing it. Because if you reach the end goal, you can basically receive all the maximum rewards, some limited items, sanity packs, and then at the same time also certain module data blocks. You also get some materials and extra things that helps you with your pools. So this is going to be a very nice thing for you to do if you can handle it right now before the 24th of July. Right now on the screen, I'm showing you guys the calendar of Arknights 2023, where we're currently experiencing the event called When the Firelight Casts. Right afterwards, on 28th of July, that is when the Chongyue banner, or the event where the Vernal Winds will never blow, is going to be happening. And right after that event, we're gonna get the next rerun, which is Invitation to Wine. After this particular rerun is when everything becomes a bit clueless, where we don't know when we'll get Trials for Navigator, a Death in Chunfen, which is a mini-story event, and then also the Monster Hunter collab. So whatever that you see on the screen right now are predictions, but it can go very wrong, it can also be very right. But to describe the next few events, there is going to be a very exciting one, which is Reclamation Algorithm. And this is a brand new game mode where it's something along the line of Don't Starve meets Arknights. It's like an Arknights survival mode where you don't just have a restricted stage map now, you can actually play in multiple mega maps, which requires you to farm materials in order to feed your operators, allow them to survive, and make sure that they last as long as 15 days or even longer than that. So it's going to be a very fun game mode that I'm very certain many people will enjoy. Please look out for the end of August because that is going to be some huge updates. And then we're also going to get the second Trials for Navigator. I understand that many people enjoyed the previous Trials for Navigator 1 because those had some really fun buffs for you to play. But my knowledge of Trials for Navigator 2 is that the bosses are a lot tougher and the buffs are a lot not as enjoyable. So I'm a little worried for that as to whether the enjoyment factor that people had before is going to reflect in this next season. Whatever there is, that's going to come as well sometime in end August. Back to the calendar, I'm basically making a prediction that Reclamation Algorithm along with Trials for Navigator will happen before a Death in Chunfen. So a Death in Chunfen will reveal the next operator that is Chiu Bai, the third Lord 6-star that we'll get in the game. And then once this mini-story events, immediately in between you're going to see a Guiding Ahead rerun, which this is going to feature the Fear Meta banner back again. So if you missed her out and you want to grab her, then you could get it during this event. The not so nice thing is that the Chiu Bai banner along with the Fear Meta banner might run on top of each other. So prepare your Orundums if you actually want either of those operators. But then the bigger one that most people will save their Orundums for is the Monster Hunter collab. Because again, that features the Yato Altar, and you do not want to miss your chance on that, at least to most people. So this might be a skip, I would say, for the Chiu Bai banner for a lot of people, if let's say you are needing to save that 120 for the Monster Hunter collab. There is a chance that this Monster Hunter collab somehow gets shifted way earlier than we expect, and it's maybe right after the Invitation to Wine rerun. We don't want that. We all would love a situation where we have more time to save our pools, but this is the ideal scenario that I would say. Did I just move the wrong thing? I just moved the wrong thing. Basically, the ideal scenario is that we want the Monster Hunter collab to happen in about mid or end September, and at least you get a 1 month river to prepare for the next limited banner. But it's even no better that it's like this 1 month of a break, because right after the Monster Hunter collab, the next limited banner is already going to be Lone Trail, which Lone Trail is most likely going to happen in around the month of November, probably late November. And that just gives you a very short 1.5, if not 2 months of a break before the next limited banner. Again, this is not abnormal in Arknights. We have had scenarios where the limited banners are pretty much chucked back to back. So at least I give you this news to mentally prepare that these are going on. You don't really require all operators in the game. I strongly suggest you make your decisions based on what operators you feel you really need for your account, or maybe not about needing, or just who you want the most. Final piece of breaking news, and this is something I'll probably repeat in the next episode of this random show. Twitter is going crazy, as what many would know, and because of that, it affects a lot of games when it comes to using Twitter as a login method. For Arknights specifically, they are phasing out the login API for Twitter, meaning you can no longer use it as a login method. So if you haven't done so, and even if you log into something like Facebook, I strongly suggest to bind your game account into a Yostar email. You simply need to click on bind, key in your email, and you'll receive a mail that has a 6-digit code that easily binds your email address into your account. And that is probably the safest way that you can go for in order to log into the game. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure to do that after watching this video. And if not, that is all the news that I'll give. The next time that I'll make a show, a episode of this is gonna be next coming Monday, or more like this coming Monday. I'll try to do these videos every Monday and Friday to give you guys the most exciting news or even programs to watch. So take care everyone, hope you've enjoyed. See you, bye bye.